The O'Reilly Factor is on tonight.
The journey is unbelievably dangerous for these kids. But in most cases, that process will lead to them being sent back home.
President Obama now says he'll change immigration law by himself. And some of the things he wants to do might anger his base, but please conservatives. We'll lay it all out for you tonight.
I would say every child that comes into this country we should take care of.
There is a movement to accept all children who want to come to the USA. We will take a look at what is behind that belief.
The Supreme Court is simply wrong to honor gender bigotry. It's bigotry to keep women away from having basic health care.
Gender bigotry. That's the latest in the liberal quest to convince Americans their country is rotten. We'll deal with it tonight.
Caution, you are about to enter the no spin zone. Factor begins right now. Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. President Obama and illegal immigration. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. As the chaos on the southern border mounts and thousands of children pour into the USA, President Obama finds himself in a very bad place. In 5.5 years, he has not been able to secure immigration reform. And now, as things are falling apart, Americans are growing angry. Pictures of innocent children suffering will do that. So the president has decided to take matters into his own hands. Because the Republican Party senses political danger, it will not even consider immigration reform this election year. So the president says he'll do it by himself.
The failure of House Republicans to pass a darn bill is bad for our security, it's bad for our economy, and it's bad for our future. And that's why today I'm beginning a new effort to fix as much of our immigration system as I can on my own, without Congress.
Now, here's what's fascinating about that. Some of the president's immigration solutions will anger his liberal base.
Our message absolutely is don't send your children unaccompanied on trains or through a bunch of smugglers. That is our direct message to the families in Central America. Do not send your children to the borders. If they do make it, they'll get sent back.
Wow. That runs counter to the current immigration law, which grants all children from Central and South America, though not Mexico and Canada, political asylum hearings, which often take years, allowing those kids de facto legalization status, which is why they're all coming here. Again, President Obama wants to eliminate that law and send the kids back home quickly. Not what the open border folks want to hear.
I would say every child that comes into this country we should take care of.
I'm with Kirsten Powers. I think those children are just like refugees that came from the Irish famine, came from Jews were being persecuted in Germany. They're escaping war and political instability.
Well, my main beef with President continues to be his lack of preparation. Not prepared for the border crisis, not prepared for the ISIS army, not prepared for Putin's land grab, etc. Now, how to solve the entire immigration mess. Talking Points has come up with a plan that's fair, humane, and can be implemented quickly. Plans posted on BillO'Reilly.com if you want to read it quietly after this. Number one, in order to stop the border madness, and that's what it is, President Obama must demand that Mexico police its own borders. That means stopping tens of thousands of illegal aliens, many of them children, from crossing into Mexico from Guatemala. That's not a hard thing to do if you post the military at the border checkpoints. In addition, the Mexican army must patrol the border with the USA, stopping the human smugglers and border intruders. On the other side of the border, the American army will also be patrolling to back up the U.S. Border Patrol at the hottest spots, like the Rio Grande Valley in Texas. The National Guard should have been ordered to the border a long time ago. Its presence alone would inhibit people from paying the smugglers. You don't want to waste your money. It would also inhibit drug smuggling, right? Why President Obama has not done this is a mystery of the universe. President Bush did it in a limited way, I admit, but it worked great. If Mexico does not cooperate on its borders, President Obama should do something very simple. Threaten trade sanctions. Mexico is the primary reason we have so much immigration chaos. And it's time our federal government acted responsibly to hold that country accountable. We hear on The Factor have called for Americans to boycott Mexico. Don't travel there. Don't buy their stuff until they stop the massive corruption that's enveloped the entire country. Mexico should allow American planes, for example, to conduct surveillance in its airspace, to pinpoint illegal immigration camps on the ground, and stop the flow of folks El Norte. Strong action by President Obama is needed right now. And believe me, the Mexican government would respond to any threat of trade sanctions. Now, what about the undocumented aliens who are already here? First, all of them must register at their local post office within 3 months, providing name, age, family members, country of origin, and address in the USA. All of them. Every illegal alien adult has to do that. If they don't, it's a felony. They go to a federal prison upon conviction with special immigration courts to expedite the process. Once the foreign national registers in the USA, he or she is sent a tamper-proof ID card, allowing them to immediately apply for working papers. Also, they can eventually apply to be citizens here, and their applications will be placed behind those applying legally. Under my immigration plan, the feds have the power to immediately deport anyone whom they feel is undesirable, dangerous, a criminal, or a social miscreant. Also, the aliens could not receive entitlements, although their children could. If an immigrant cannot find work in America, he or she is deportable. Up to Homeland Security to make that decision. So there's no amnesty. There's a vetting process. But there's also hope that a hard-working, honest foreign national might build a life here, but no guarantee. That's a fair plan. That would put a severe dent in a problem that has been vexing America for decades. The rules for full citizenship would be very tough, and it would take a long time. But in the end, that kind of immigration plan would strengthen the country and show the world we're a humane nation, but not a soft one. Finally, it is long past time for ideologues on both sides to stop the nonsense and do what's best for the country. The border must be controlled. Amnesty is not fair. Criminal aliens must be jailed and deported after their sentences are completed. And anyone caught sneaking in here after immigration reform is passed will also be charged with a felony, and that includes those who overstay visas. You know what? That's reform that would work. If only the American people set aside their fantasy ideas and embraced it. Let's force the pinheads in Washington who don't want to do anything to finally do what's best for the country. And that's the memo. Next on the Rundown, reaction from Monica Crowley and the aforementioned Kirsten Powers. Leader Charles Krauthammer has his immigration plan for us front and center. Factor's coming right back.